Okay, good morning and welcome to a regular meeting of a panel of utility commissioners and staff of the Public Utilities Regulatory Authority held today, Wednesday, April 13th at 10 a.m. by remote teleconference. My name is Chairman Marissa Gillette, and I'm joined virtually today by my colleagues, the Vice Chairman Jack Bukowski and Commissioner Michael Karen, along with a number of authority staff. We have a regular calendar and a consent calendar in front of us today. We will turn first to our regular calendar, on which there are two items. The first item is docket number 220103, PURA's annual review of the rate adjustment mechanisms of the Connecticut Light and Power Company. And I just want to confirm the agenda I'm looking at has it listed as docket number 210103, but for the record, the correct docket is 220103. So with that minor correction, I will turn to Josh Ryer with authority staff for a presentation of the interim decision for the panel's consideration this morning.
Great, thank you so much, Chairman Gillette, and good morning, Vice Chairman Bukowski and Commissioner Karen. In this interim decision, the authority approves the company's proposed adjustments to the SBC, CTA, and the phased-in cost recovery option for the TAC. All three are rate components included in the RAM, and directs Eversource to adjust its proposed NBFMCC, ESI, and RDM rates effective May 1st, 2022. The authority reserves the right to direct additional adjustments to these delivery rates in the next phase of this proceeding. Regarding the TAC rate, in its phased-in cost recovery option, Eversource proposed to recover its 2021 TAC under recovery of $136.815 million over a 24-month period, consistent with the timing of the previously authority approved amortization of 2020 under recoveries. While this would result in an increase in the TAC rate effective May 1, 2020 from 2.92 cents to 3.301 cents, it results in a significantly lower increase than if the under recovery was not amortized, from 2.29 cents to 3.658 cents. The authority approves Eversource proposed TAC phased-in cost recovery option and directs Eversource to adjust the TAC rate effective May 1st, 2022 accordingly. Regarding the NBFMCC rate, Eversource proposed to recover NBFMCC revenues of $270 million for the period of May 1st, 2020 through April 30th of 2023. This would result in a decrease to the current NBFMCC rate from 1.423 cents to 1.348 cents. The authority determines that the company's known and measurable adjustments to the NBFMCC revenue requirement does not sufficiently incorporate the likely impacts resulting from the Seabrook power purchase agreement. As such, the authority directs Eversource to reduce both its NBFMCC required revenue and the rate to reflect Seabrook contract revenue using 2021 locational marginal pricing. Regarding the SBC rate, Eversource proposed to recover SBC revenue of $55 million from the period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30th of 2023. This would result in a decrease in the current rate from 0.469 cents to 2.97 cents. The authority determines that the proposed decrease to the SBC rate would mitigate potential future increases for the future period of May 1st, 2023 through April 30th of 2024. Thus, the authority approves Eversource's proposed adjustment to the SBC rate effective May 1st, 2020. Regarding the RDM rate for the 2021 distribution revenue decoupling, Eversource proposed to recover its 2021 distribution revenue shortfall of $17.6 million, in addition to the previously approved amortization of its 2020 distribution revenue shortfall. This will result in an increase to the current RDM rate from 0.162 cents to 0.94 cents. The authority reduces Eversource's proposed 2021 distribution revenue shortfall by 0.384 million, classified as late payment interest expenses, and directs Eversource to adjust the RDM rate effective May 1st accordingly. The company shall have the opportunity to demonstrate the prudency of those late payment interest expenses during phase 2 of this proceeding. The interim decision has 4 orders, including a requirement for Eversource to submit clean and revised revisions of all tariffs that reflect rate adjustments directed in this interim decision by April 20th of this year for the authority's review and approval. Staff recommends approval. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Heyer. Is there a motion?
I move adoption, Madam Chairman.
Second, Madam Chairman.
Thank you. The decision has been regularly moved and seconded. If there are no questions or comments, I would ask Mr. Bumpin to please take the roll.
Chairman Gillette,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Pekoski,
Yes.
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Thank you. The decision has been adopted. We will turn to the second item on today's regular calendar, docket number 220104, PURA's annual review of the rate adjustment mechanisms of the United Illuminating Company. And we'll turn to Mr. Suleiman Bakari with authority staff for a presentation of today's decision.
Good morning, Commissioner. In this interim decision, the authority approves the United Illuminating Company's proposed tax rate and direct UI to modify its proposed NBFMCC, SBC, and the RDM rate effective May 1st, 2022. The authority reserves the right to order additional adjustment to this delivery rate in the next phase of this proceeding. For the tax rate, UI proposed to recover retail transmission revenue of $133.081 million for the period May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. The proposal will result in a slight decrease to the current tax rate, a reduction of approximately 4.5%. The authority approves UI's proposed adjusted decrease to the tax rate and direct UI to adjust the tax rate effective May 1st, 2022 to recover the expected net cost of $133.081 million. For the non-bypassable FMCC rate, UI proposed to recover a revenue requirement of $43.412 million for the period May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. The request will result in a decrease to the current NBFMCC rate of approximately 26.5%. The authority determined that the company's known and measurable adjustment to the NBFMCC revenue requirement was overstated by $2.759 million and direct UI to reduce accordingly both its proposed NBFMCC required revenue and rate. For the SBC rate, UI proposed to recover revenue requirement of $10.747 million for the period May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. This request will result in a decrease to the current SBC rate of approximately 53.4%. The authority determined that the United City utility assistance payment of approximately $11 million significantly contributed to the 2021 SBC over recovery, and that such assistance will not be of similar magnitude in 2022. Therefore, the authority directed UI to increase its proposed 2022 SBC revenue requirement by $5.574 million, which is the company reported known and measurable adjustment for 2022. For the RDM rate for 2021 distribution revenue decoupling, UI proposed to recover revenue shortfall of $10.949 million, which is approximately $2.884 million less than the 2020 decoupling revenue requirement. The company proposal will result in a decrease to the current RDM rate of approximately 21%. The authority further direct UI to reduce its proposed 2021 distribution revenue shortfall by 8.661 million. The adjustment consists of 0.127 million reclassified as late payment interest expense and 8.534 million for the reported differences between accounting method under the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission and the generally accepted accounting principles. This interim decision has 5 orders, including the requirement for UI to submit by April 28, 2022, both clean and red line versions of all tariffs that reflect rate adjustment directed in this interim decision for the authority's review and approval. I recommend staff's recommendation to the panel for approval.
Hey, Mr. Bakari, is there a motion?
Move adoption, Madam Chairman.
Second.
Thank you. The decision has been regularly moved and seconded. If there are no questions or comments, I would ask Mr. Bumpin to take the roll, please.
Chairman Gillette,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bukowski,
Yes.
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Thank you. The decision has been adopted. Our thanks to all staff involved. We will move to the consent calendar now. So I'll take a motion to adopt the consent calendar in full, please.
Madam Chairman, I move adoption of today's consent calendar.
I will second it.
Thank you. The consent calendar has been regularly moved and seconded. Mr. Bumpin, if you would please take the roll.
Chairman Gillette,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bukowski,
Yes.
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Thank you. The consent calendar has been adopted. That brings us to the end of today's regular meeting agenda. We will adjourn and reconvene next Wednesday, April 20th at 10 a.m., also by remote teleconference. Thank you and have a great rest of the day.